And
you might be very true.
I might be very
Also knowing some Russian sources, knowing how to read Russian, and sometimes visiting some forums, pro Dota forums. I have read some things about there. And you know how a team lost Zayat? The same team is trying to poach someone from Gambit. Maybe. And maybe that's why FNG is actually standing here and not actually playing with the team that was in the tournament already.
Because that same player, not
the same player.
No, but a player.
A player from that team might be wearing the colors of NaVi very soon.
Sounds like the ink is just waiting to dry.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's so much going on in the CIS right now. Teams are trying to poach each other's players. There's a lot of drama going on, and I really don't know which way it's going to end.
Do they have an agreement to this? Because I remember not too long ago, a lot of the CIS organizations tried to meet to stop with like crazy buyouts and dumb stuff happening behind the scenes. Are you guys involved in that, getting some luck with that at all? Or is it just Wild
actually
West?
The manager of all these players.
We do have a draft.
No, we've skipped over.
I looked up. I was like, "Oh wait, there's a Shadow Demon. Oh god, there's a draft. Is that what we're here for?" Nah, sure. I guess we could mention. I did
enjoy this beginning bit though.
No, yeah, it was pleasant. It was a nice little. Because the thing is, though, the first opening picks of a draft aren't really too like. Whoa! Watch out! It's Shadow Demon, Mars, Weaver, Bristleback, maybe a Grimstroke or Coddle. Like we're at the stage of meta where no one's being too special, too unique right now.
I feel like I'm at normality though, because I've seen a Grimstroke for once today. We've been waiting for that. It's the first game of the day. Before we've been seeing it all the time, so I'm happy now.
It's a pretty good opening from both of these teams though, right? Like you have some meta coming from NaVi, you have the Bristle, Shadow Demon as well, played I think the most as position 4 in the CIS. In EU, in the West, not as much, but still picked up quite often. One of the highest pick rates overall in the tournament so far. And then you're playing versus Mars and Grimstroke that are also highly contested. Mars, strangely enough, isn't played that much, at least in the last couple of series that we watched.
I think it's been banned out a couple of times, but also some teams have higher prominence for it. I think FlyToMoon, they can actually shoot themselves in the foot sometimes where they don't opt for like the easiest pick, right? When they're offered up a Mars, they don't always take it, and then they somehow end up with like a Pango Enigma draft. So I'm very happy that they just went straight for the Mars, because General, playing this hero, he dominated. I think the other hero that stands out for him as well currently is the Weaver, so I'm very happy to see him on a Mars that just controls the game.
Should be your Grimstroke position 4. And now, look, you have two heroes that are really, really good at delaying the game and out-pushing. That's the Grimstroke and Kotl. Even though you don't really skill the Kotl the same way you did before, I like it a lot here. I like the lane Grimstroke and Mars. One thing that I have to say, I wish that FlyToMoon saved that VTune pick for the last. That guy can carry them. He did it versus Virtus.pro. If you give him a good matchup, he definitely can do it. And in that game, they were also playing versus a Bristle, and they picked themselves a Slark. Yeah. It was Bristle Sniper versus a Slark, and he just dominated them.
It was the best Slark game that I think I've seen in about a year.
He's a Slark spammer.
And I mean, in terms of like from the draft perspective, it was like, damn, this is a Slark game. And then also from his performance as well, it was very strong. I think though for NaVi, you have to look at this Coddle, and I mentioned it on the previous panel, but I think Coddle doesn't really fare too well in terms of if the game does collapse into that constant aggression. I think I've seen Keeper Light become a little bit underwhelming unless you have a really strong enabling fighting hero. So, but for these guys, they do have the Mars, which I think is that nice pairing.
Okay, look, overall, whenever I would see that Kotl lose, he would be paired with a very greedy position 4, and I think maybe that's where the difficulties really lie.
Sure, true. That is Kotl Shaker, for example.
Yeah, like Kotl Shaker and stuff. I still like Kotl, and that ulti is very difficult to deal with. Will-O-Wisp is super strong, and now let's see, maybe this game will prove me right or wrong, because Grimstroke is completely the opposite. It's a hero that always has farm pretty much no matter how the state of the game is going for you, like no matter if you're winning or losing, because you're just constantly out pushing waves, getting farm with that Stroke of Fate.
Nicely put, mate.
Very, very nice, very nice. What about NaVi with this Oracle pick? Opens up the troll possibility as well, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Offlane.
It's kind of like they just go straight for the Slark. I guess so you fly to Moon, right? This is basically their drafting playbook. Pick some heroes. If you see 2 supports that don't have any stuns, go Slark.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
and if you see Bristleback. That as well.
Okay, and I'll append that now for you. And they see Bristleback done. But no, yeah, I'm very happy with the FlyToMoon draft so far. I think they honestly, they've got a nice well-rounded, like you said about the wave clear. They got team fight. They got the V-tune on the Slark. Much better drafting so far.
What I really like is seeing different teams trying to approach this bristleback problem in different ways, because that's what everyone is doing. If the timber is banned, you have to find something to deal with the bristle.
And I think FlyToMoon are one of the only teams actually trying to pull out a Slark. I think the only Alliance did it. But that was against Secret, and they were just never really in a position to play out the game.
Enigma did the same thing today, but they went with PL and Nyx.
Yes.
I mean, a different style of playing, but they did let the bristle go through.
I can't remember if it was you or Harry that said it, but like we're saying, was it CIS region that normally bans out a lot of Mars coming in there?
Yeah, so...
But that didn't happen this time around. Could this be something that NaVi come into
Yeah, they could
regret?
have just offered it up for sure. I think some teams, they rely on it more because as a hero, Mars rounds out your draft pretty well. It provides you that team fight. It gives you wave clear. It's a strong laner as well. Like, it ticks a lot of boxes for an early pick. And you don't really pick heroes to truly punish it.
What boxes they don't have ticked right now?
So right now, okay. Oh, we're going to do a slap. Okay.
T-Gup's ready now.
They don't have...
Objective taking, right?
Magic damage. Actually, they kind of...
FlyToMoon, they do. They don't have objective taking, right? That's something that they're lacking a little bit.
That was point 2. I feel like you're cheating the system right now. We're going to go for slaps.
Go.
A lot of big burst magic damage. Objective taking.
Running out of ideas.
Oh yeah, it's kind of it. Right? I like the draft though. I like the draft, so it's kind of hard to pick
The draft
apart.
is pretty solid. Their teamfight looks all right.
Vessel buyer, boom. They don't have a vessel buyer.
Their catch is limited as well.
Sure. I'm not going to slap anymore. My hand's going. But no, okay. In all seriousness, I think FlyToMoon, they do need to find maybe a hero that could buy vessel. I guess the issue here is there's an Oracle, so naturally you have the Purge coming in there. I think NaVi, they have a really good way of collapsing out of laning phase. I think their draft is very built to the meta in the idea of we're going to run at you constantly. If we hit that kind of 4 or 5k net worth lead inside your jungle.
The 4k net worth.
The 4k, yeah. You'll never be able to build up that lead against us because even if you pick us off, we're in aggressive positions. You can't convert that to towers.
I like the Queen of Pain pick. We just talked about what checkbox they don't have marked, and that's catch. Queen of Pain instantly comes into play there. And that catch, a hero such as Puck, perhaps, can be played. Also pretty decent versus
I honestly think, Puck could be really good for them in terms of just applying that team fight. And I guess you mentioned objective taking, right? They have Beastmaster, which I think for NaVi, it unlocks their draft in terms of we can fight as much as we want, or have the Necro book, and they can push. But FlyToMoon, if they bunker down in this game, I think it's too easy for them to defend our high ground. You don't have a lot of backline reach from NaVi. How do you really jump this coddle that normally coddles have been underwhelming because there's so many heroes that jump onto the coddle? You think about tier 3 defense, Shadow Demon, Oracle, these are very defensive supports.
I think the pressure coming from NaVi is really big though, so we might not get to that stage in which you can't really jump the Kotal with anything. If they do well in the laning stage and in the mid game, you do have the Queen of Pain that's pretty much very capable of jumping the Kotal and the Grimstroke, but here we go, the Iceberg Silencer. They played it versus Virtus.pro.
Okay, the game that he played Silencer,
it was rough.
It was rough, but like there were so many moments where, like, for example, against the No One Storm Spirit, he got those big kills. Like the global, it's so strong. He did actually, to be fair, he did get absolutely worked in laning phase, in a lane that he probably should have won. But I think the way that FlyToMoon have drafted, it's another game where Slark should be able to pop off. Unless he gets shut down by an early awkward Quap constantly running at him, I think Slark will have a lovely time. Look, even if the game's rough, they have so much wave clear that I think they should be able to push away NaVi.
It's not only the Slark even. When you're thinking about the Silencer, it looks like a very solid Silencer game. I'm not sure how the lane versus Queen of Pain is going to go. They last picked the Silencer, so I guess they have something in mind. They think that it might work. Yesterday, they also last picked it into Storm, but then he fed one-on-one. Who knows? However, reapplying that Arcane's Curse versus Queen of Pain, versus Shadow Demon, and versus Bristleback can be very impactful.
You do have the Oracle, though.
Can save one target from that.
True.
So, boys, before we get to our commentators, which way are we going with this then off this first draft? Who are you siding for?
FlyToMoon.
I'm going with FlyToMoon as well. I think Oracle, even though he can deal with your King's Curse, he does not do very well against Global Silence overall. FlyToMoon.
So far, analysts have failed to get these games right on the first one. Maybe you guys can make it happen. But let's hear from Lacoste and Lyrical, who are ready to commentate this game. Are you agreeing with what our guys have to say over here?
Potentially. I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys sound like you keep on getting dunked in and out of water, and I literally can't hear most of what you're saying. But you sound perfect, Banks.
Oh,
you sound
there you
just
go.
crisp and clean.
That's all that matters. You don't need to hear them. They went with
I don't hear
FlyToMoon.
the other two guys, thank God, but we can't hear you, Banks, so we're all good, you know.
Good to hear. Good to hear. They went with FlyToMoon, if that helps you. So I want to know where you guys are going with this.
I'm kind of agreeing. I tweeted out 30 days, 720 hours ago. I don't know who needs to hear this, but don't give General Mars. This guy is a monster on this hero. So I think that they have what it takes to bring it down. What about you?
Also, after seeing the yesterday's game, don't give General Pango if you want to win a game. Jokes aside, like he had a rough time, but General is known to be a great player. I loved him during his prime era in NaVi. But in this particular matchup, I'm afraid you have Silencer as your mid laner, Keeper of the Light, and Grimstroke. Like, these two supports can't make any kind of aggressive rotation. So if they lose the laning stage, NaVi is just going to run over them.
All right. Well,
it's that easy. Like, you don't have a hero that can make a comeback. Like, the most important hero to shut down here is Mars. This is the playmaking hero. They are going to be relying so much on him getting a Blink Dagger, initiating fights, following it up with the Global Silence. I think Navi's lineup is much easier to execute. We've seen Iceberg Silencer yesterday. Was not impressed during the laning stage. He was laning against Storm Spirit. Kind of got dumpstered. I think he also fed the First Blood.
Yeah, it's true. It was against the No One, though, which I will say is a different kettle of fish than Magical. Like, you gotta give a little bit of respect there. Like, No One is I mean, would you think he's the best mid laner in all of CIS right now?
Probably either him or GPK.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. And I think that, you know, it's one of those things too where they, you know, this is one of the heroes that I think Iceberg spams a lot nowadays. So people have got, it doesn't catch people off guard as much. But that damage in the late game definitely is spooky to deal with. Global's coming out. We'll see how it does. There is that 2-save dynamic that Navi here have as well. So it sounds to me like what you're saying is that you're kind of liking the Navi draft because it's easier to execute. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Right.
And they talked about Global Silence being very effective against Oracle. We can make a bet. How many times is he gonna pop Fortune's End before the Global to dispel it? This game, I'm gonna say one time. It's hard to execute, but I believe that Ilias can do it.
Oh, they almost push Slayer up to the high ground there. Always want to fly. Yeah, that's one of those things where you kind of have to anticipate. It's easier if you're the ones that are getting the initiation off. Like, if you know a fight is about to break and then the Global's coming defensively, you can queue it up. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, 20 right off the bat. Looking at this laning stage, General versus Aloha Dance facing off against Crystallize and Ilias. I mean, do you think that they can make that much happen against the Bristleback here?
Bristle, with the help of Oracle. I mean, General already is going for this extremely offensive build, Orb of Venom, Stroke of Fate. I love new Sage Mask. It gives you 1 mana regen per second. Like, a lot of position 4s are shifting towards that item instead of going for Boots of Speed. Now they are bringing, yes, magic sticks against Bristle, so you can keep spamming your abilities. I want to see how the mid matchup goes. I'm not sure how it should go. I mean, it's Silencer against Int hero, stealing Int/damage from him.
Yeah, but Quap is always so much of that, like, ridiculously strong laner, is I'm assuming the issue that you're kind of having with it. Like, wondering which way that's going to work out. I mean, Iceberg's, you can see, getting a good amount of aggro onto Magical here, just keeping the pressure on. And does need to be a little bit careful. Doesn't have Blink yet.
The thing is, they have a very nice Slark game. There is like 2 saves. You have Will-O-Wisp, you have Global Silence if he feels threatened, and there's no like real spell in this game that Slark needs to be afraid of.
Yeah, can basically Dark Pact almost everything off, it feels like. Definitely. Yeah, so this is going to be the interesting little dynamic. I mean, we saw VTune really pop off the other day on his Slark. It looked really solid. And I would argue that also NaVi is not as strong of a team as Virtus.pro based off of what we've seen so far. So it'll be interesting to watch that one work its way out, as Blinding Light not quite able to get that last hit onto the range creep, and it will get denied. As General up top and all across the lanes, FlyToMoon feel like they're kind of just winning them all.
The mid lane going well for Silencer, 15-5 against 9-1. This was their last pick.
Well,
I really love Silencer as a hero, but not a mid player, and I don't remember seeing this matchup ever. But yes, considering that they last picked it, he should have an upper hand.
yeah, you can kind of anticipate when Quap's wanting to come up and hit one of those screams and then just pop the last word on her afterwards, and it's some pretty nice damage that gets out there. Up top lane again, General trying to get a little bit aggro here onto Crystallize. This is probably the moment when they'd be most capable of killing him. Level 3 before he gets that first point into Bristleback. But doesn't look like they want to try and go for that contention. Yeah. Easy peasy start to this game. Just a little trade-off of the farm around the map. Getting the better end of it right now is FlyToMoon. As, yeah, Iceberg just keeps on getting these denies onto Magical. This is not a great laning stage for this Quap at all.
And Queen of Pain also used the Sentry to de-ward any observer ward so that Silencer can't really harass her on the high ground, and she has an uphill ward, still losing this lane pretty hard.
Damn. Well, first blood up top. Like we were talking about, this is the moment where you can go in as General as he finds the kill. Almost hitting that secondary stroke of fate there onto the Oracle, but not quite able to find Ilias and Aloha Dance. Chase down a little bit. He's able to get out of range of the tower, though, as General makes the slow and steady eating his way through the trees to make sure he gets back on the safe side of that lane.
Ilias brought a flask. Let's see if it gets cancelled. Aloha Dance. Oh, just kidding. Stroke of fate. Oh, he should have tried to go for it.
Is General dead here? Crystallize is still getting very aggro. The slowdown comes out, and with that stroke of fate, he has a spear on General. That should keep him alive. So they managed to find that first blood. Can they get this return kill onto Aloha Dance? If Crystallize isn't careful, and Ilias too, General might turn onto them. The right clicks are coming through with this Orb of Venom, and while they will find the kill onto the Grimstroke, it looks like they'll be able to take down this Oracle as well. Needs one more punch and a spear, gets the finish.
I'll keep your tongue.
Very nicely done by General. Like getting a return kill, already has a magic wand. Vent Lace, once he gets boots, now they're securing the bounties. It seems like it's going to be 2 for 2. Queen of Pain really struggling on the mid lane. Silencer has 16 denies, while Queen of Pain has 15 CS.
Oh my god.
That's rough.
Yeah, almost a level.
He's going all in. 3 nullies, Gloves of Haste.
Dude, and the net worth is even more pronounced. Like, look at this difference right now. It's almost
I don't want to look at it, Gabe.
Jesus.
But I want to look at this top
down.
lane.
Yet again. I mean, I'm telling y'all, don't give General Mars. This guy is a freaking monster. Him and Aloha Dance are just sort of scrapping up this top lane here. As rotation coming in, Iceberg, Fairy Fire trying to live, needs to turn and see if he can get the kill. Is it going to be enough? He will almost take down Magical, but not quite. 6 HP.
Runes are spawning. He also has Bounty Rune on the top. Oh, it's top region. Come on, Queen of Pain, blink top blindly. Go for it. I mean, if he finds this one, this is the same thing that Iceberg did yesterday against No One's Storm. He was harassing him a lot, and then no one got the kill. Now, Queen of Pain is level 6, and that's a full regeneration.
And Iceberg sees it and he knows. Oh, that's so frustrating. The other thing that's scary about that is she didn't have to use Sonic Wave, so she's got that for this next round if she needs to.
I know someone in chat is going to write down harassment for what? Like to die after that?
Yeah, true enough. Well, so it goes. Still winning the lane pretty hard, and FlyToMoon winning the game fairly pronounced right now. 2,000 gold lead at just about that 6.5 minute mark. And the biggest winner is going to be this Slark. 41-16 right now versus this Pasha Beastmaster. Well, they are rotating in Ilias on the Oracle, but doesn't really have a great opening. Slayer also moving over, kind of just sending everybody over towards mid, it looks like.
Queen of Pain has Sonic Wave, so they should be careful about diving the tower.
Top lane. Crystallize. Gonna get caught yet again. There was just one tree that was sticking out and General found it. Pinned Bristleback to it and gets the kill. This guy is a monster. Oh,
Mid
back
lane.
towards mid.
He's silenced. Also, Silencer has global, so you need to be careful about that one. As you said, biggest winner on the bottom lane, Slark. Continues to free farm, 51 CS. I don't think you can kill Slark. That's the problem, unless you rotate Queen of Pain.
Yeah, it's the only way. And even then, it's not guaranteed necessarily. Pasha, maybe once you get 6, that's an easier chance for it. But we'll have to watch and wait and see. Outpost taken back over by Always Wanna Fly. Also able to get this D ward here. In the meantime, Iceberg just keeps on farming up. Where's Quap?
By the way, I just got notification. Battle Pass is out.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
What?
Battle Pass is out, and they added this new awesome tiny set.
Oh my god. All right, wait, hold on. You're going to make all the viewers leave. Global Silence comes out. V2 just going to TP away. Hold on. Are you kidding me? There's no way. What are you talking about?
I'm just kidding, Gabe, but let's get back into the game.
You piece of shit. Ooh. Dude, I opened up another tab so quickly. God damn it, Lacoste. I'm not the only one that's angry right now. Yeah, I promise you.
Sorry about that one, chat. I know you want to spend the money. You can't leave the house. You saved a lot of money. Man, Bristleback really struggling. 35 CS. Like all the top CS belonging to FlyToMoon. Beastmaster is up there, level 6, but I don't think he has a hero to play with. He needs to have Queen of Pain rotation to grab a kill.
Oh, I can hear that drilling now. That sounds lovely,
You can hear
Lacoste.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that one. My neighbor just started drilling the wall for some reason. Like, if you want to hate on someone, like, just hate him instead of me lying about Battle Pass.
There you go. I appreciate it. Magical gonna dive now on Always Wanna Fly. Does still have that Sonic Wave if they wanted to jump in, but it's a tough ask for this Queen of Pain, who so far has been involved in the 2 kills, despite the rough laning stage, starting to catch back up a little bit. But oh, she can't get caught right here. The leash lands. The silence afterwards, and well, they're going to be leashed a little bit longer together. Swell comes out. Sonic Wave destroys the Coddle, but it's a nice little +2 there for the Iceberg Silencer.
Not the kill that you want to get. Like, you would want to grab a better kill. Crystallize. Man, he is in trouble.
Oh, run. Back out. And he is going to pop. Man, last word. A lot of damage there. Level 4. So another round of some extra int going towards Iceberg. Dude, I'm just looking at the delayed chat right now. They're so mad.
Well, chat will forgive me eventually.
So Sonic Wave used. Not able to take that kill onto the Slark here, but they are going to be able to find Pasha. So another win as General makes that rotation and Mars making it happen.
For my coffers.
4,000 gold lead at 11 minutes. Jeez.
All the lanes were going well for them. Global Silence still not popped. Silencer once again going for this Road of Atos. It's cheap damage, gives you nice stats. Great against Queen of Pain. Man, NaVi is really struggling.
You ain't lying. I mean, this is going to be nice at least. Crystallize here, clearing through these ancient stacks. This is like, looks like about 4, maybe 3. So they get a nice little injection of the items. Crystallize starting to get caught a little bit back up on net worth, but, you know, you had mentioned that NaVi could just run over them if they win the laning stage. It doesn't look like that's happening. How do you feel like FlyToMoon take this now? Like, do they just start running around and taking fights constantly? Do you want to play it a little bit more slowly until you get your first round of items? How do you think FlyToMoon want to play?
Slark gets the Fusel Blade. Silencer is getting closer to his Road of Atos, but they have vision on the bottom lane. It should be at least 1 kill on the bottom.
Ilias is here with level 6. So they drop down Will-O-the-Wisp. Is anticipating a global silence there, but they still will find Pasha, and he is not getting away. So that false promise not going to be good enough. A little bit of a miss there onto the spear. Always want to fly. Trying to find a pitch. Nah, be able to get him.
If anyone sold their Arcanas to buy Battle Pass, message me. I will get you a full refund. You know I won't, but you know it's a nice thing to say.
More lies from Lacoste. This is your new brand. It's just lying to the audience.
That's what I've been doing, man, for the past 3-4 years. Respect is at least getting some stacks, and you know things are not going great when he's building like Heaven's Halberd, first item. It's one of the best items in the patch, don't get me wrong, against like Silencer, against Slark. He can't get rid of that, can't dispel it.
Right.
But still, it feels weird. You would want to like get that Vanguard earlier so that you can snowball, but the laning stage was not going well for him.
True enough. Yeah, and that seems to be one of the main reasons why he went the other direction. They do jump now onto General. Bottom is trying to TP away, but the root will be there, and they will finally bring down the General. As always want to fly, now trying to TP away himself. Do they have another Fortune's End? Doesn't matter. Still managed to find that kill too. So a good rotation comes in. FlyToMoon going to probably lose the tier 1 tower now off the back of this as well.
One thing I'm concerned about is that Slark can get every single spell that they throw at him with the Dispel, besides like Demonic Purge, but I don't think he cares too much about that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. He probably will be fine with it. Because the other thing is there's other damage dealers on this lineup too. Like Iceberg is, as much as it's, you know, a hero that's gankable and killable, he does feel like if you leave him alone, those Glaives of Wisdom are just going to rip through anybody. So 3,000 gold lead, 9-6. Decent chunk of kills early on in this one as the tier 1 towers have been traded off both top and bottom. And waiting for that next round of items to come up. Pasha already has the Helm of the Dominator done. They can start to play together a little bit more if they want, as he's trying to finish off his phase boots.
It's smoke time for FlyToMoon. They used it. Road of Aethos, Queen of Pain. Like, there's no way.
Oh, lying to audience yet again.
Well, he had last word and global silence. He should definitely pop it to grab a kill on Queen of Pain.
Yeah,
just laying her items.
I guess the other thing is if you would have just cast Arcane Curse too, that would have done it also.
It's a level 1 Arcane Curse. It's not going to do that much.
Okay. All right. Well, nonetheless, Quap has to run back home, going to heal back up afterwards. And at these 15-minute mark, she's going to TP down to the outpost and group up for a smoke. So Sonic Wave available as well as Roar, but they're fighting into global.
It's so hard for them to initiate. There's like literally no counterplay unless you pop Fortune's End on someone.
Oh, global comes out. Oh, great reaction there. And they had an idea that this was coming the entire time. Iceberg gets the kill onto Beastmaster. General now moving forward, gets the spear. A good Fate's Edict that keeps him alive a little bit longer, but now the leech onto both of them, pulling them both back in. Can they get these finishes also? Looks like the Quap will not be able to live, and +2, +2, +2. It is all coming up FlyToMoon. My goodness.
This game might be over very quick. They don't have that much tower damage, but the kill potential is insane by FlyToMoon. Another good spear from General, +2. What is he sitting at? Permanent, +16.
Jeez. Yeah, this is before the level 15 talent. Like, this could really start to fall off the rails soon. I mean, particularly for a hero like, you know, a Bristleback or a Beastmaster. Like, these heroes don't have much mana to begin with. This is a scary time.
I just buy mana boots, lol.
There you go.
And they're in a very tough spot right now. Bristleback also can't make any kind of rotations. Both of these teams picked like position 5 and 4, who are like more counter-reactive than playing aggressive. But since FlyToMoon is in a better spot right now, you can allow like Grimstroke to play with either Mars or with the Slark.
Chase. Oh god, magical. Short blink there. And will live, at least through this first salvo of initiation. Doesn't look like they want to try and pressure her. If they knew that the Quap was right there, that close, they probably would chase after her, but don't decide to go for it. All right. So the continued oppression of the map, and Slayer here just trying to farm up whatever creeps he can. They will see the Shadow Poison pop, revealing that Shadow Demon was over there. But bottom lane, this is sort of just the Beastmaster home now. Push down this bottom side, force them back to try and deal with it. And then maybe you can buy some more time for your team to come online.
And FlyToMoon, they are stealing the stacks. Look at the build in general. He's going for Vanguard, Magic Wand. Like, he's extremely tanky. 2000 HP. And there is no burst damage. Like, the burst damage that they have is Soul Catcher into Queen of Pain Sonic Wave. So he can get Mars ulti anytime. Bottom lane, Pasha took down the tower. FlyToMoon doesn't care too much about tier 2 tower on bottom taken down, but Beastmasters should continue pushing. This is their way to come back into the game. Force someone to TP back, maybe try to bait a global, and then take a fight 4 versus 5.
Yeah. DD is down here bottom, which is going to be picked up by Magical. I mean, if there's a way to take this fight, it's probably through this ring. The only problem is Magical has like nothing. This is a 5,000 net worth Quap at 18 minutes. Does not have her first item yet. Like, I don't think we can overstate how much Magical has been shut down in this game. And, well, Iceberg moving in to try and find this Quap, knowing that she's right over here.
Yeah, we can't say, but the numbers can. 5,000 net worth, 18 minutes in.
That's rough. They have a ward. NaVi realizing that danger is coming. Gotta get away, V-Tune. Yep, that's a problem. Magical tried to escape, is not going to happen. The Phantom's Embrace is a death sentence, and, well, the spear goes through, doesn't quite connect there onto Pasha, because he wasn't able to latch it onto the tower afterwards, and V-Tune trying to chase, always want to fly, finds him, but no luck.
He is not going to heavily commit with the ulti. FlyToMoon should take the next Roche. I mean, the Roche the next couple of minutes. They are the ones controlling the map. Bristleback, leashed, another pounce ready.
Waiting for it. Hits the spear off to the side, turning Crystallized front towards them, and another +2 for the Silencer, who has had the freest game. All of FlyToMoon feel like they've had the freest game. This has looked easy. Done everything they wanted.
And it's so easy to snowball with Slark's lineup. You know their observers. Look at this area. Like, they even have the vision, but Sentry is not reaching. Ring of Aquila picked up a Slark, so he's going to take that one.
Very nice. Well, Pasha, he's got to be careful down here. This is Danger Town. Oh man, he's going to go hide in the trees. Again, this is the only thing you can really do on Beastmaster is mid lane. They find him. Yet again, Magical found and killed. 3, 4, and 2. It hurts. It hurts.
+1, +2. That's what they get from this skill. Infinite scaling lineup. They only needed Pudge and Legion Commander.
And that'd be good to go. Yeah, totally. But yeah, I mean, you just look at it, like the Grimstroke is now ahead of this Quap. I feel like this last pick Silencer was such a good answer for everything that NaVi was throwing out against them. My God. What a dominant performance from FlyToMoon in this game number 1. Already a 9,000 gold lead at 20 minutes. They find Slayer, and like he can just go in, and there's so little that they can do to stop this, or to punish it rather. Is okay, they throw out that false promise. V-Tune going for round 2. Iceberg getting gone on by the Bristleback. Have I caster curse them? We'll have to wait and see. He does get the Dark Pact off. V-Tune runs away.
He gets a blink. Blinks out.
Oh God. Yeah, another chase. I think that this is just going to be a runaway, although they're starting to build up stacks. And Bristleback, I don't know if he's that long for this world. They have the disarm there for a moment. General being the bulwark in front of everybody else, throws out the Mars Arena, and Magical, he doesn't have blink for 6 more seconds. He's trying to walk away. Pasha also caught over in this one. Seeing if they can get out rooted for the moment. Diffusal Blade, rundown. They don't have Sonic Wave anymore. They really don't have much of anything as the beatdown is coming.
Ham with the damage, +4.
Oh God, and they found another one. Magical tries to blink out. The blink forward from Iceberg, turning onto Ilias, turning onto the Quap. Now it's +4 as they keep chasing in. He won't quite get Ilias, but GG, this one is over. That was a spanking Lacoste.
Oh, this one was pretty quick, man. What did he end up with? 28 permanent and stolen.
Man. Well,
That's Slark. He
Go
did
ahead.
it twice.